I'm happy that most of you had attempt with this question, which I'd ask you to go through in my next video, and you are able to answer it correctly. And some of you had some problems here and there, but I'm here to correct the problems and give you the correct answer and show you how you solve it. So why are we doing this question? This is a very important question because it comes in paper 1. It comes in paper 1 in the Zambian what? Syllabus, past papers. And we have seen that this came in 2019, question 21. And we know that paper 1 carries 80 marks. 80 marks only, that is your paper 1. And out of 80 marks, this question carries about 5 marks. This question carries about 5 marks. Hence, if you are able to solve this question accurately, out of 80, you have already deducted 5, you have 75, and you are going to see that it is easy to pass this paper with less difficulties. So now, without wasting time, let's solve this question. First thing you should understand is that they have given you the coordinates, as you can see. This point is meeting there and this part there. They have given you this coordinate is 8, 6, and this coordinate which is here, it is 0, 6. And this coordinate which is here, it is 2, 0. So, and there are 3 lines. How do I start? I start like this first by writing the gradient formula. Yes, gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Good. And therefore now, we also, when we know the formula for the gradient, therefore now we are going to write the inequalities, we are going to write the points, the given coordinates here for a particular line and solve it. And then we go to the next line. Let's start with the simple one first. The simplest one is this one. As you can see, this line which is here, a straight line, it is only cutting at a single point, which is the y-axis. It is only cutting at a single point. This is my x-axis. And this is my y-axis. It is only cutting here. This is a straight line which is only cutting at a single point, which is here. And this point here, they are telling us is 0, 6. So my y is always this one, and this is always my x. And we know that from on the y-axis, x, we know that x on the y-axis, x is equal to 0. And on the x-axis, we know that y is equal to 0. Hence, we know that if x is equal to 0 here, then this point here, it is 6. So I have my coordinates 0, 6. 0, 6, it is for this line which is here, the simplest one, this line. Now, when you look at this line, it has only single point. Therefore, you cannot use this to find you cannot use the gradient formula to find this line. All you have to do is to name it. Like in my previous videos, I showed you how you name this line. So how do you name it? So meaning that my first inequality is simply going to be, this line, which is my y, is cutting as 6. So it will be y is equal to 6. Now, when y is equal to 6, I know the symbol which is there is not equal sign, but they have shaded the greater side, leaving the less side, and the line is a solid line. So, the symbol that is going to be there, it is less than or equal to 6. This is my first inequality that you have to find minus u using the gradient formula, because here there is only single value, which is there is only one coordinate, which is 0, 6, and we are interested on the y value, not the x, because x is 0. So we are interested on y, which is y is equal to 6. The inequality will be y is less or equal to 6. We are done with the first inequality. Now that we have answered this one to be y is equal to 6 or y is less or equal to 6, let's come to the next one. Let's pick this line which is here. As you can see, this is a dotted line here, and we are told that this line is cutting the y-axis at 6 and the x-axis at 8. So meaning that somewhere down here, there is 8 somewhere here, and when you go this side, there is 6. That's why we have 8, 6. 8, 6, which is here. And then the other point is here. So here we know already that it is 2, 0. This 0 is my y. We know it's my y. We know that on the x-axis, y is equal to 0. No wonder it's just 2 here, 0. So we get these coordinates. We say we have these two coordinates, which is 8, 6, and we have another one which is 2, 0. So when you have these two coordinates like this, that's when you can use this formula to find the gradient. And how do you do it? You just have to name you just have to name these coordinates according to you see this is y2, y1. Name it up like that. So we say this is my x1, y1. This is my x2, y2. Once you do this, you name it accurately, then you just replace and your gradient to be done. And finding the equation will be straightforward. So it will be my gradient is equal to, what is my y2? It is 0. 0 minus. What is my y1? It is 6 over. What is my x2? My x2 is 2. My x1 is 8. So my gradient therefore is going to be negative 6 minus over 2 minus 8 is 6. Negative 6 again, which we have positive 1. Negative into negative is positive. So 6 into 6, we are saying is 1. So this will be my gradient, positive 1 as my gradient. Once you have found your gradient, therefore, you can easily find the equation of a line, by writing the formula of equation of a line, saying that y is equal to, or not is equal to, y minus y1 is equal to gradient, open bracket, x minus x1. Hence, let's replace. We don't know y, so we leave it the way it is. But we know y1. y1 we know is 6. So it will be 6 is equal to, my gradient we know is positive 1. X minus, x we don't know, so we leave it. Then x1 we know it is 8. So we write 8 there. And now we simplify, we are saying y minus 6 is equal to x minus 8. So when we have this, we just correct the like terms. Of course, negative 6, we take it to negative 8, and x comes the other way around. Or we can do the opposite, whichever way you feel fit, just make sure that you balance your weight. We are going to say y minus x is equal to negative 8 plus 6. So y minus x is equal to, what is negative 8 plus 6? It's more like we're saying, what is 6 minus 8? Which gives us negative 2. Which will be negative 2. Hence, this is the equation of a line if it is not shaded. But if the line it is shaded, this is not where you leave your answer. If you see the line here, it is a shaded line. They have shaded it. And it is a dotted line, a broken line. So the symbol, you already know what to do. So it will be y minus x is equal to, not is equal to, but instead we look, they have shaded the greater part. This side is greater and they've left the lesser part. So it will be less than negative 2. And this will be my second inequality, as you can see. We have put less than here because the line, it is the dotted, broken line. It is not a solid line like this one or this one, but it's a dotted, broken line. Hence, we leave it there. And now we're going to say, I erase here, I write my inequalities. So we are saying that the first inequality, they said we should find 3, but the first is y is less or equal to 6. Hence, my second inequality will be y minus x is less than negative 2. Hence, let's find the third inequality. Let's find the third inequality. Okay, let's find the third inequality, which is our last inequality. But the formula is the same. What will change are the coordinates. So let's look here. This line, we have already found it to be, we can name it to be y minus x. This is less than negative 2. But what about this one now? Let's find this other one, which we are simply saying that this is a solid line, and we know it's cutting the x-axis and the y-axis at the point of 6 here and at the point of 2 there. So the coordinate for here, it is 2, 0, okay? And the coordinate for here, it is x is 0, and then y it is 6. So 0, 6 and 2, 2. Those are the coordinates we use. So in this case, we are going to use 0, 6, and we are saying 2, 0. These are the coordinates we are going to use to find the gradient and the equation of a line. So same procedure. This would be my x1, this would be my y1, x2, my y2. And now I find my gradient first. Always you first find the gradient. What is my y2? Is 0 minus. My y1, it is 6. Okay? And then what is my x2? My x2, it is simply 2 minus. What is my x1? Is 0. So my gradient is going to be -6 over 2. Therefore, gradient is going to be 2 into -6. 2 divided by -6, it is -3. So this will be my gradient. Once you have a gradient, then you can find the equation of a straight line. How do you find the equation? You write the formula y minus y1 is equal to gradient, open bracket, x minus x1. Then you replace. I don't know y, so don't do anything with y. Just leave it because you don't know what y is, but you know what y1 is, which is here. y1 is 6, so you say minus 6 is equal to gradient. I found it, which is -3. So it will be -3. Open bracket, x I don't know. There is no x here, so you just leave it. But x1 I know, which is 0. So you write 0 there. Hence you are going to have y minus 6 is equal to -3 multiplied by x. This is -3x. -3 multiplied by -0, it is +0. Okay, then now you can correct the like terms, or you can just group the letters on one side and the numbers on the other side. So we are saying that when this -3x comes the other side, it will be 3x plus y is equal to, and when this -6 goes the other side, it will simply be +6 plus 0. So 3x plus y is equal to 6, because 0 plus 0 is 6. 6 plus 0 is 6, I mean. Hence, this is the equation of a line if it is not shaded. But in this case, you can see here, this line, it is shaded. As you can see, they have shaded this part, which is when you look here, this is a lesser side and these are greater number, because when you start going this side, these numbers are increasing, but this side numbers are decreasing. So they have this line is also a solid line, and they have shaded the lesser part, meaning they want the greater part. So we're saying that 3x plus y is going to be greater or equal to 6, meaning they want numbers which are greater or equal to 6. Hence, this is our third inequality. We even write our third inequality saying that this is my third inequality, which is 3x plus y is greater or equal to 6. And you will be done with this kind of a question. And this question now you are going to get your complete 5 marks. This is your 5 marks for free 5 marks. So when you practice this, everything will be simple. Thank you, and watch the next video.